name is Aaron Nani, and as always, I'm joined by the wonderful Tommy Sandy.
That's me.
And the dusty Tony O.
Morning, boys.
Yeah, Dusty.
Dusty Tony O cannot silence his phone.
Yeah, that's so dusty.
Embarrassing. It's really unprofessional. Very dusty behavior from this man. You complained about me repeating my intros too much, and I generally try to be quite positive towards you in them. Mm-hmm. So now you get what you get.
Mm-hmm.
You get what you get. We will be delving deep into the dictionary from now on.
Please do. Yeah, I think the listeners, they deserve it. You know, they deserve freshness. They deserve something new. So I was just trying to keep you on your toes, trying to encourage you to be better. You know, that's what friends do.
My toes will be very down. They will be very. That is not what you do on this podcast. You don't encourage me at all. All you do is tear me down.
No, I mean,
let's be very fucking honest. There is no encouragement on this podcast.
Hey, you are. I would like to remind you guys that we started this podcast when Arsenal was 20th in the table. Okay, so yeah, it's
technically
it is what it is.
Technically, we started this podcast before the league season started, so Arsenal would have been closer to the top because it was listed alphabetically.
They were last
Get
from the beginning.
Right,
let's
Tony.
be honest. Was Bournemouth in the league? Bournemouth, I can't remember. They were probably in the league. AFC Bournemouth are first. So you're not right either.
They've been up and down. I said near the top, Tony. Please pay attention when I speak.
Top four, yeah. Hey, I'm all for this, new vocabulary for Tony.
Yeah,
here.
thank you, Tommy. Thank you, Tommy.
I encourage you to explore. Explore
that is
more.
why.
Yeah.
That is why you are so wonderful. You know what else was? I was gonna say wonderful, but yeah. That's why either wonderful or absent. Those are the only two words I've used to describe you. Maybe in the woods. Maybe the phrase in the woods sometimes. Yeah. Let's get stuck into the Premier League action because it was a big weekend for me in particular. Because for once, for the one time this season, my team is the only team to pick up a win. It's gonna be a good time.
You're not even first on the running order. He can't help himself.
Yeah, no. That's why. Hey, I don't have to be. Let's go. Liverpool 2, Chelsea 1. Tommy. I mean, not a bad performance from Chelsea, all things considered. But
I would love to send whoever that ref was into the wilderness after this game. That would be great. Yeah, it's where he deserves to be.
I can't remember his name.
I think. If we had our way, the entire PGMOL would be off in the wilderness.
Yeah, just go on a camping trip and maybe don't come back for a long time. You know, that would be the way to go. I think that's the only way to deal with the refs we get. It feels like, so you had a big game kind of a few weeks ago. You had City Arsenal. You had, reffing kind of controversies kind of there as well, right? And you had Liverpool Chelsea, another big game on the calendar. You know what we're going to talk about? Reffing controversies.
Tommy, big game or not big game?
Big
man.
game. I know it doesn't matter, but
it doesn't matter big game or not. It's any game.
It's just We
should be talking about two teams that actually went at each other. You know, both teams looked good. Both teams had moments of where they were actually rash and not so great. But overall, I thought it was a good game. It's pretty entertaining. But I can't get over some of the calls that we had in this game for both sides. Liverpool should have had. I mean, who was it? Yep. Tosin.
Yep.
Should have been sent off. Let's be honest here. No one's
Can I ask you, so you know where I stand on this? I think the threshold for red cards and penalties should be very high, right? Right. That's how I feel. So the distance to goal is pretty far, and I'm asking this because it's identical to the Saliba situation. In both cases, the referee gives a yellow, right? I'm okay with it. Honestly, I don't think you have to send the one thing that I don't think should be tolerated, which is often tolerated in England, is violent conduct. That often gets overlooked. I mean, the first game of the season, we saw someone put Kai in a chokehold. Apparently that was allowed.
You say Mosquera's name and you say it proud. We've lost him for the season.
Yeah.
Mosquera watches.
He's irrelevant now. He's irrelevant now.
We've had nothing to do.
Yeah, but I'm okay with the refs not sending people off. I don't think you have to give red cards for that. But I don't know. I don't know if you guys agree, like, because you seem to feel pretty adamant that he should be sent off.
I don't mind the red for that because I've always, I don't know, in my head is like, oh, you pull down someone who is in on goal, it's a red. I've seen it in your own half, but I do get the point of it being like a yellow is also fine. I think it's just again, and I feel like a broken record saying this. It's the fucking inconsistency, like game to game. That's the most maddening thing.
I don't think
it's a yellow. It should be a yellow across the board for like that kind of thing. That like closer to the halfway line. If it's a red, it should be a red across the board for that. Like, just so we as fans and also the players know what is and isn't a red card. Because if it's a yellow, then a player is going to be like, okay, I can tug him down here. I can take the yellow if I want to. If it's a red, a player's probably not going to do it.
The thing is, I don't think in both cases the players were fouling the player because they were like. I don't think they were thinking this player's through on goal, I'm going to score. I think the player's gone beyond me and they're trying to challenge, and the player, like, they commit the foul, right? And we talk about inconsistency. I mean, the inconsistency in this case is VAR, right? Because the referees have given the same decision.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, and then VAR has decided to re-ref the game in one instance and decided not to intervene in another. But, I mean, Tosin's lucky. He's definitely lucky because it's bad defending to begin with. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just going to say, for me, I've grown up, last man. Almost doesn't matter where you are in your house.
Not in the GKSSA. Tell you that.
I'm just saying, I've grown up.
If we start going GKSSA rules, it's going to be a very different game.
That's a different game.
You were talking violent conduct earlier.
Last man, you run the risk of a red card. It's always the case. It doesn't matter how 100%. Far you are in your half, and that's why I'm looking at this. I'm like, yeah, he's last man. Yes, he's close to half, but he has challenged. He has impeded, and who knows? Like, who was it? Jota probably could have got there. He probably could have gotten.
I think if they both raise, it's weird because I think if they both, in both cases, if the defenders don't commit the foul, I think they recover. That's the funny thing. And also, I've seen that foul a lot not being given as red cards, like in the past 3 or 4 years. They've been giving yellows for it. But again, if you get a red, you can't complain. Like if the ref had given a red, I don't think you can complain in that instance. No. My issue is with VAR's involvement, but anyway.
What I can complain about is the foul on Caldwell, the call on the Caldwell in the box. I don't know who.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
I forget now.
Curtis Jones.
Was it Jones?
I didn't like that.
Jones.
I think it is. I think you can give that foul outside the box. Don't give that in the box, man. It's a shit way to. It's a shit call. Like it's barely a foul for me. Jones is looking for it. You know what I mean? Like he feels contact, he collapses. Mm-hmm. It's
exactly. Yeah. And then Liverpool gets the penalty. We should have had one. Who was it? Trent drags down Sancho at some point in this game, and it was, as for me, a clear as day's penalty because Sancho has done him in, and then Trent's grabbing the jersey, pulls him back, nothing, no call. There was, Jackson's goal. He stayed on side, guys.
I know. That? He didn't even believe it himself. He did not believe it himself.
He scored it because he thought he was offside. Yeah. He scored it because he thought he was offside. There's no way he puts that in.
Yeah, he thought he was offside.
If he thinks he's on, he doesn't score that.
Exactly. He misses that chance like 90% of the time. But he was good. I honestly, I look at the play overall. Okay, I know we lost 2-1. I thought generally, we were not on top of the game, but we're generally pretty good overall. Yeah, we had some defensive lapses here and there, for sure. Right, that's always going to be a problem this season for us. I
thought Malo Gusto's defending for the Jones goal was terrible. I hate the goal. I hate concede. One of the goals I hate conceding the most is the fullback beyond the center back. It's just bad fundamentally, and he tries to fix it, and he's too late. Right, he tries to get back into his actual position because he's the one playing Jones onside. It's just really poor.
It's a great ball from Salah, but
it is.
On that winner, I was gonna say Salah played really, really well in this game. And but also Robert Sanchez for the second goal. He's just glued to his line. There's no way Jota should have the time to like take. Sorry, not Jota. Curtis Jones should have the time to like take a touch, bring it down, and still have the time to like get a finish while Sanchez is on his line the entire time.
Haaland told us. He told us, right? He said Sanchez stays on his line. Surprisingly, said very surprisingly that most keepers would come out. He stays on his line, so you have so much time when you're throwing goal with him.
And when he doesn't, he's nowhere near.
Yeah,
that's the thing, right? That's why he doesn't come. But yeah, like overall, I mean, we didn't create like a crazy amount of like actual goal scoring opportunities. I don't think, you know what I mean. We had.
I was disappointed with a lot of your attackers, to be honest. Like,
I hate why is Nkunku being subbed in to play out wide again? It just.
Where is he going to play?
I know, but it's so ineffective. It doesn't work.
Okay, so you don't want him on.
No, I want him on, but like just if you're gonna put it on, you put him right in the middle. That's it.
So behind Jackson.
You yank Jackson out and put him up top, all right? Or you move Palmer or whatever you gotta do and
move
you put
Palmer.
him in. It's what works. It's what works.
I think the Nkunku experiment is dead. He's not. He doesn't work.
He's our top goal scorer this season.
Yeah, it's not hard, man. It's not hard.
Top goal scorer in the league or league?
All competitions.
How many does he have in the league? Maximum one, if he even has that.
Probably two, yeah. Somewhere around there, yeah. Anyhow, I'm just saying, like, stop playing guys out of their position. It doesn't work.
What do you mean? He plays what? Anyway, whatever. Like, I think you're making excuses for him. Honestly, like,
he's a great player. He's
not a great player. He has one goal in 8 games in the league. He's not a great player. Let's stop doing this.
Like sub appearances for 10 minutes. Come on.
Whose fault is that? Whose fault is that?
I don't know. Whose fault? Whose fault? His? The coaches? I don't know. Yeah, it's just like for me, like that's just my nitpick with that. I would say Lavia and Caicedo together in midfield. Enzo dropped, worked. I thought for the most part, it was pretty decent.
Lavia came off pretty early though, right? Lavia. Because I think Fernandez. I thought Caicedo was really good. He was really good.
A while now. Yeah. He's been really solid. Really kind of came into his own in that midfield now. He's probably been our best consistent performer for like the last few months. Overall, like for me, we lost 2-1, but there's positives I could take from this game. Like since February, I saw a stat. We've lost to City, Liverpool, Arsenal. That's it. That's all we've lost to.
As in the league, huh?
Yeah. So like, you gotta take that, right? That's not bad.
I still have you as favorites for top 4.
Disrespectful to leave out Serbia like this.
In the league, man. In the league. What is that?
The Europa Conference League.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
On the flip side, Liverpool continue at the top of the table. They had a relatively kind early set of fixtures before the international break, and now they go on a run of more difficult ones. This was the first of their, fixtures against teams higher up in the table, really.
Yeah.
And they generally acclimatized themselves pretty well to it. Like, they were okay. Like, not pull up trees, but, you get the job done. Yep. And Arne Slot's boys are doing all right, unfortunately, to start off their campaign.
You know what they are?
3 goals.
Exactly. They are very good defensively, which is a real flip from what they were before. They're very efficient because they have Mo Salah, right? Like, they have Mo Salah, they have Diaz when he's at his best. They have forwards that will get them goals, but their defense, they just sat in that block, and Chelsea had no answers.
They couldn't figure it out.
I think Neto, when he came on, provided some thrusts. When he was on the left, he kind of struggled on the right. I thought Madueke, not very efficient, but yeah.
That's who you get from sometimes hot, sometimes he does nothing.
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
Pretty much for Madueke, Right now, at least.
They marshaled Palmer really well. He had 0 impact in the game, unfortunately. But hey, next week we play them. We have to win, so we need to find a way through that fortress or Fort. Well, it's at Emirates, so you never know.
Oh, you guys are at Emirates, I think.
Yeah.
For that one. Yeah.
I mean, you will be playing them without William Saliba,
Yeah,
which
we will.
lets us move seamlessly into Bournemouth 2, Arsenal 0. Surprise on the South Coast, Tony.
Yeah.
It's a dumb performance. It's just a really, really, really. So much stupidity throughout the game. I didn't really like the lineup. Like, I get that we are with
the midfield was very
functional.
I didn't. Yeah, it was very workmanlike.
Very workmanlike.
First appearance for Marino, I'm assuming, right?
First start, you mean?
First start.
First start.
So he's played before. Okay.
Yeah. I don't like him in the Odegaard role. I like him in the left 8 because the left 8 is the box crasher. In the Odegaard role, you need to be more of a playmaker. I would have kept Trossard up top, but hey, I don't know. Maybe Martinelli wasn't ready. I think we could have done other things. I just felt like throughout the game, William Saliba had a really tough time with France, and this happens with him very often. He goes to play with France, gets traumatized. We get back a broken player. It was such an un-Saliba-like decision to foul the man. And Trossard, I mean, God knows what he's doing with that back pass. It's just, everything was dumb. The decision to take Sterling off when we went down to 10 men was dumb. I think we should have taken off Marino and kept the transitional outlet close to Havertz, because Havertz was alone by himself up there. Martinelli comes on and he blows the big chance we have. The corner kick was dumb. Kivior comes on, he makes a dumb back pass. Like, we should have.
Polish special right there.
We absolutely should have kept Kivior on the left. That's what I was thinking throughout. Play him at left back, put Calafiori inside. He's much more comfortable initiating attacks. It's just, Raya was shaky. It's just a dumb performance. Our set pieces were dumb. Before this game, we had not taken a single outswinging corner. The only team in the league not to take an outswinging corner. We have no Saka, we have no Odegaard. We're like, let's change all our tactics and put Declan Rice on the right. It's like, come on. We have left footers on the field. Like, everything was just dumb, man.
Hey, I will say the Bournemouth corner, that was slick. That was a really nice set piece because like a little back heel pass to his.
The execution was really nice. The defending is dreadful. I mean, Havertz falls asleep at the near post, lets the man run beyond him. It is a great finish, and it's fun because I was thinking to myself, I don't think they're gonna score from a corner because they're a tiny team. Bournemouth. You look at their players; they're really, players, they're really small. So every time they put the ball in the box, they never came close to contesting it. So it makes sense that they score with, a bit of creativity on their execution. But yeah, I mean, we've been getting away with some stupidity this season. It's about time it caught up with us. We've already spoken about the Saliba incident. I think it's bad defending. I think he panics. I don't think Evan Nielsen getting beyond him is bad defending because that's not his fault. But he panics. And, I think if he lets Evan Nielsen go and recovers, I think he gets there. He's much faster than Evan Nielsen.
For sure.
The VAR intervention, I don't think VAR should be intervening there. I don't think it's a clear and obvious error. I thought it was interesting that Howard Webb was, seemed to be getting involved.
Fucking Aya Sauron sitting up there.
What?
The Eye of Sauron sitting up there just watching.
Yeah, ruined my weekend. But
that's too bad. That's too bad.
Oh no! Oh, did your team lose this weekend? Did that ruin it? What must that feel like?
Yeah.
No.
Sucks.
I will say.
First away loss in 2024. I'm not used to this.
That's a crazy stat. But Semenyo, like every time I watch this guy, I'm like, oh, this guy's such a great footballer.
He's powerful.
He's so wasteful.
He's quick and powerful.
He's so wasteful. He had a good amount of chances there. Like
the one at the start of the second half is bad. Like, you have to score there, at least hit the target.
Oh yeah. But yeah, he is powerful. He's fast. He's strong. Yeah, like he's a good footballer. He's just gotta get that finishing down. Be really good. Yeah. But
Yeah, makes next week interesting for sure because we need to win that game.
You are now 4 points behind Liverpool. You need to close that gap.
Yeah,
And 3 points behind Man City, who beat Wolves 2-1 with a late winner from John Stones. Not the first time he has done that this season.
no. It is the first time he's done that this season. People need to relax. He did score a winner against us. Even John Stones was like, I scored the winner. Yeah, I know what you mean.
It was not a winner. It was a draw, right.
But he even said it himself. Like, I scored the winner against Arsenal. I'm like, excuse me? You did not score a winner against us. Relax.
That's a legal.
Yeah.
Sorry, I am sorry for falling for John Stones' propaganda. But yeah, Wolves held out for so long in this game and just conceded one corner too many in the end.
Who's the guy that missed a
18
one-on-one?
corners.
Who's the guy that missed a one-on-one against was it Ederson in goal? Probably. I can't remember. It was such a.
It was Semedo.
Semedo.
All the way
like,
down.
oh
man.
my
He
god.
Look,
He should not be there, Tony.
I know it should be there, but you can't finish like that, man.
As the fullback representative,
You score a hat trick, man. You would have scored that, Uzi. I don't think you'd have
I'm just saying. I'm
chance.
like, we don't take
You would've scored
responsibility. No, I would never be there. I would never be 1-on-1 in the first place. First of all, a fullback shouldn't be there without their passport. You are out of your jurisdiction at that point. Second of all, we take the fullback union takes no responsibility for that attempted finish.
Oh my god! It's just
He did
reminded
put
me
a
of
really
my
nice
grandma.
ball. He did put a really nice ball in for Strand Larson though for the goal. That was from Semedo, which is a really good spot.
Strand Larson has been a very good signing. Like, he feels like a good Jimenez replacement. Like,
he's a proper striker, that's for sure. Yeah, and Norwegian.
These Norwegians, man, if they could produce any defenders, they'd be set.
They have defenders. They have a good team. I keep saying it. They have a good team. They just have a terrible coach. Because Christopher Ayers, he's Norwegian. No?
Is
Yeah,
it?
he is. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
I
pretty
didn't
sure
know.
he is.
Who'd you say?
Christopher
Ayers?
Ayer, yeah. Ayer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Norwegian.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with that national team. But you have Erling Haaland. You should be at every... You have Odegaard. You should be at every single... Anyway, we digress. Vardio, by the way.
Oh yeah,
God,
what's this guy?
guy pisses me
How
off,
can he
man.
shoot so good? How does this guy have
On
such
his
a good
right foot. Yeah, it reminded me.
Look,
I think it
I'm
was
just
against
saying,
Real
look,
Madrid. He
man,
scored that
I'm just saying,
exact goal.
you should let fullbacks shoot more.
No,
Other
you're
than
not
Semedo.
saying that.
Other
No.
than Semedo.
Yeah, he's got beautiful technique with his shooting. It's crazy, actually. Don't give this guy space in the top of the box. He's going to put the top corner. Yeah, what are you guys doing? And then, of course, it's inevitable that City score. Come on, we all knew it.
Yeah.
Like, there's no surprise there. It's just more of how the goal happened. Because you had Bernardo Silva in front of Saw.
Do you think he's off a...
pushes him? Oh,
So
yes.
when I initially saw the goal, my instinct was no, he's not interfering because he's low down, keeper's looking up. But then when I watched a full replay, he was actually shoving Jose Sa
He pushes him.
while the ball was coming in, and then moved off him, and that makes me a little bit like you're actively like messing with the goalie now.
The best judges in those incidents are the players. Jose Sa makes no call to the referee. He's just been done. It's bad. Bernardo Silva is tiny. Pick him up. Toss him aside. Go get the ball. Like, I'm sorry. No. Like, you can't let Bernardo Silva be the reason you don't get the ball. And if you make an attempt to get the ball, then maybe if he impedes you, the referee's going to give you something. He doesn't even fight, man. He doesn't fight.
I think
stays
if
there.
he does try to like just charge straight
Yeah.
and run into Bernardo Silva, he's getting that decision.
It is right on the 6-yard box. Like, it's bad defending because Stones is all by himself, again, right in the 6-yard box. And Jose Sa, you can't... Yeah, no. No referee's going to give you that.
He also does have, like, enough time after Bernardo
Bernardo
Silva's
Silva,
push to kind of react. It's not like it's happening as the header's coming in.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of on your guys' side with that in terms of, like, I'm glad that the goalie here didn't get all the benefit of the doubt. He's not super protected. and we actually get to see a little bit of contact.
He's having a bad season, Jose Sa.
He was dropped last week, right? I think.
Is Sam Johnstone injured? Because he's been dropped for
He's been dropped for a while, yeah. I don't know. I don't know, but...
he wasn't
he made a bunch of saves in this game.
Didn't Sam Johnson go to the England squad? The England camp?
Maybe. I don't pay that much attention to the England camp.
Maybe he got injured. Because he's not in the squad, so he could have been injured.
Okay.
Conspicuous by his lack of performance in this game was Erling Haaland. He is going through his customary mini dry spell. I think it's been 3 Premier League games without a goal for him.
I mean, we all know why, and it's going to change when he comes back.
Yep. So enjoy it while it lasts. Find your alternate FPL captains in the meantime.
Once KDB returns, it's over, man. So
yeah. I hope he's back soon because I don't have the I'm too scared to move my captaincy off Haaland at the moment. I just can't do it.
I thought I was being wise. I took Saka out. So I'm like, Saka's probably not going to play this game. I say Diaz will probably play, and then Diaz is on the freaking bench. So it's like, okay.
Did you captain Diaz?
No, I captained Haaland. Yeah.
Okay, so we're all in the same boat. Okay, that's fine. As long as we're all in the same boat and we're all sinking together. It's all good.
Yeah. Now, most importantly, a win for Man United. We haven't seen that in a while. 2-1 against Brentford. Did not concede in the first 2 minutes to Brentford. First team to not concede in the first 2 minutes to Brentford.
You just conceded in the last 2 minutes of the first half.
We conceded in the last 2 minutes because De Ligt was, frankly, just cracked open like an egg midway through the first half. And they just could not stop him
what's
bleeding.
up with your
gotta stop the bleeding.
That one, man?
I think the stitches just kept breaking. Whatever stitches they were putting in just kept breaking because it's right at the top of the head.
You need a new doctor.
That goes on.
Have you seen all the injuries? Mm-hmm. Yeah, we need a new doctor. And then of course when he's taken off the pitch while we concede a corner, we concede off that. Yeah. Anyone could have called that. Every group chat I was in saw him coming off before a corner was like, we're conceding from this one. But turned it around. Genuinely,
it's a great second half performance. I think
Yeah.
I really like. I give him shit at times. I really like Garnacho. Honestly, like of all your players, he's the one who plays with any kind of intensity and courage.
I'll tell you what. Whenever he misses a chance, it doesn't get to him.
You can see that Ronaldo's his idol. You can just see it in the way he plays because he thinks I am going to score today. It's just so much confidence. He tries all this stuff. I'm like, you do not have the technique to do this, but he tries it. Right?
He's gonna try it.
Yeah. So
hey, sometimes it comes off like that.
The bicycle kick. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also, Rasmus Højlund, I thought, had a really good performance.
Must be nice to have a striker, huh?
Oh,
Xerxes.
Very nice. I was just like, this is nice.
Xerxes.
The little dink
finish
from Bruno for the winner.
It's a lovely chip.
Into the little dink finish.
Lovely chip.
Very nice stuff. And I'm just going to, a few seconds, just bask in this moment.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'll give you one more. Zach.
I was basking, Tommy, please.
8 shots conceded. Lower than 10. Like, that is progress again for another game.
Am I right in saying that
I'm just going to enjoy this?
Did Manu play this game?
Manu's injured.
Manu's hurt.
He's injured. Yeah. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I think he needs some time on the bench. Personally.
Well, he's going to be getting it for
even when he comes. I think Manu's been bad this season. Don't think it's his fault. I think he's been bad this season. I think he's been a part of the problem.
I think you can levy that at a lot of our players.
Yeah, but I also think
I agree that Manu has not been good this season.
Yeah.
But it's not been just him. It's been throughout the entire team, really. For a while this weekend, we were behind Southampton on goals scored. We were the lowest scoring team in the league. We are still.
Has that changed?
Yeah, because we also scored 2. We moved back above.
Oh, that's what you mean. I was like, okay. So at one point when Southampton, gotcha.
Yeah.
I just think he can't play in a double pivot, Manu. I think that's mostly what it is. So when you have Fernandes playing as a 10, I don't think Manu can work in that midfield. So it's gonna be interesting to see what happens there. Where's the other guy who got there?
He came on.
He picked up a knock in internationals. Came on for the last 10 in this one.
Nice.
You know who made the bench for you guys is there?
No,
Jack
I don't.
Fletcher, who was Darren Fletcher's son. He made the bench for United.
You know what they say? There's always got to be a Fletcher at Old Trafford. I think.
I thought you were gonna say what's his face, Malacia. Like I don't believe it.
No. We have not seen. Imagine United having an actual left back in the squad, please.
When is his contract up, Malacia?
Malacia? I don't know. He's probably got another he's 2 years here. Probably got another. This is either his last.
He's only 2 years at United. Oh, okay.
Well, he played for 6 months and then it's been out for a year and a half.
When is Luke Shaw coming back? Is he coming back?
Next England break, probably.
He's retired.
He's retired? Okay.
Yeah. He only plays for England. He retired from club duty. The first player to retire from club duty.
That's the first player ever.
He's done it. He's done a Gareth Bale.
Yeah. So maybe second player. Always a left back.
Yeah. Always, man. Near the bottom of the table, Southampton 2-0 up against Leicester, lose 3-2, and worst of all, concede a fucking winner to Jordan Ayew.
Beautiful.
Relegate them right now. Forfeit the rest of their season. These are useless. Beyond useless. Ridiculous behavior. Ridiculous behavior.
What's their coach? Is it Martin Russell or what's his?
Russell Martin.
Russell Martin. Yeah. He was.
Look, it's 2 first names. Easy to confuse.
He was scathing in his post-match interview. He blamed someone very specifically without naming them. He's like
Jordan Ayew. I would too.
I don't know if he's talking about. I'm not sure who he's talking about on that goal, but he's like, if one person does their job, we don't concede that. And he said that over and over and over. It's like
that's pretty damn lame.
Well, I guess we'll look at the lineup this week, and then we'll look at the lineup next week and see who's been dropped.
I thought Ramsdale was poor on the. Was it the? I think it's the winner. Was it the winner or the second goal? No, I can't remember.
He was poor on the winner for sure. The second goal was a penalty, so
it's definitely the winner. Yeah, it's definitely the winner. Yeah.
Even the Buonanotte goal, if the first one they scored, I mean, he should be doing better in that one too, because Buonanotte's kind of back turn. And then
that's the one I'm thinking about. Yeah. That's the one I'm thinking about actually. Yeah, he makes a save on anyway. Yeah. Ramsdale, I don't know what's happened to him, man. He just makes so many mistakes these days. It's kind of sad, but
with Southampton, they have Bednarek at center back. I'm telling you, Polish center backs, Polish defenders. You get him out of your squad. Just get him out. That's the reason you're losing. Look at
this is Tommy's trauma coming through.
Yeah. You have the worst defenders in Europe, so you have them in your team. You're in trouble. And Southampton are terrible.
Southampton have not conceded as many goals as Wolves, so there's that.
You can tell that Wolves are a much better team than Southampton. It's crazy.
Yeah. You can tell a lot of Wolves' issues they've also faced every top team in the league so far. Yeah. Southampton have not had a tough schedule, in comparison.
Okay, when Southampton plays City, I am triple captaining Haaland. And guess what? It's next week. So I'm triple captaining Haaland.
It sounds like a disaster waiting to happen.
Because I don't care. They're terrible. We've seen it. That's not happening, guys. So
it's at the Etihad as well, huh?
It's at the
Etihad. Watch them pull off a 1-0. It'll be Vardiel from distance.
That'll be exactly what you expect from the Premier League. I'm going to do that. Yeah.
Elsewhere, Spurs beat West Ham 4-1, but I think they scored 3 goals in about 8 second half minutes, and the thing that really caught my eye in this game was Kudus for West Ham. He managed to get himself sent off. I mean, he could have been sent off about 4 times over.
I genuinely think
he decided to fight the entire.
I think he should be getting 4 red cards. I think he should be getting 4 red cards, like a suspension ban of 12 games.
You want to ban him? It's just he starts swinging at everyone.
He's fed up, man. He's fed up with. He wants to get out of there. You can see it.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't belong here. That's his. Yeah.
I mean, they could
He-
retroactively
he-
ban him more
he sta-
games.
He stamps.
Yeah.
He stamps on Van de Ven. When Van de Ven gets up, he swings at Van de Ven. He has
Yeah.
a swing at. He takes out Richarlison, who has just come on the pitch, back from injury, is immediately taken out. Poor guy. He has. Who else does he have a swing at? He goes for everyone.
It's just hilarious. You just see Kudus there standing and then their bodies on the floor.
They're two
It's
bodies.
just-
This first guy it's
How does he get a
yeah.
yellow card there? Like,
Yeah, he got a yellow, and then
Yeah.
after he got a red, right?
no, he got a yellow
because-
before, and then VAR returned it.
VAR. You could see the VAR when the ref went to the VAR monitor. It was going incident. The ref's like, Jesus Christ. Well, the problem was there was a bit of a melee going on, and the ref sees him initially like pushing and shoving, so just books him and Van de Ven, and everything.
doesn't see the
There's so
swing?
much happening.
You did see the
surprised
swing
he
on Van de Ven.
because
Surprised
he's
by
just
that, yeah.
he's trying to separate everyone else, and I don't know what happens.
Fair
This
enough.
is one of those where I was like, I feel bad for the ref because he's doing so much that you just can't
This is
keep
what
track
VAR
of it.
is for. This is exactly what
Yeah.
VAR is
The
for.
violent
right?
conduct.
Like, oh my God, Kudus. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, I feel like he's getting maybe more than the. What would the 3-game ban? Would it be 3-game ban for him? For
It
this?
has to
Three
be. It
games for
has
straight,
to be
right?
more.
It has to be more.
It has to be more. Honestly,
It's nuts.
Was it
Also,
Todibo
West Ham.
that Uzi said will be signing of the season? I'm trying to remember.
Oh, I
One
did.
of them.
He finally comes on. Hey, the own goal went down as Areola's. It
It
went
did go
as
down as
Areola's.
Areola, yeah.
Yeah.
West Ham are shit, guys. West Ham.
West Ham
I,
is
I looked at the standings. They have 8 points somehow. I don't even know where they got these
We
points
say
from.
at the start of the season,
I don't
Tommy,
know.
this is the most West Ham squad we have ever seen.
It is,
like,
it's-
there's no like they have a sprinkle of Paqueta and Kudus. I'm Bowen, and then the
Paqueta
rest
is
is.
barely playing.
I know.
Paqueta
I'm
is
just
waiting
talking
to
about
get back.
ability. Yeah, he's. I told you, he's looking to start a surfing business. Like he's on his way out. He's out already, like mentally.
Yeah.
Kudus is the only one fighting with Bowen, and I think Kudus is just.
He
Yeah,
went over the edge this time. Yeah.
I genuinely
no.
think that's like I want to leave. Transfer list me. I think that's what that was. Yeah.
Well, he won't play maybe until January when he's available. So hey, there you go. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you know what? He'll get some game time over the next international break.
Which is in just 3
that's-
weeks. Which,
Yeah. Speaking of internationals, Tommy Tuchel, 4-4 Tuchel
Yes.
himself, is the new England manager, and inevitably the English tabloids have reacted to this as badly as you would expect, calling it, I believe the exact quote was, a dark day for England. Congrats, England, a dark day when you managed to get one of the best managers on the
Yeah.
market.
Yeah.
Just insane stuff. I'm very curious to see how he does with them, though, because he's not managed international before, but he has a very good record in knockout tournaments.
I mean, you know my thoughts on Tuchel. I think he's a fantastic coach. Great time at Chelsea. I think Mason Mount started thinking, "Oh my God, my international career might be back on the menu all of a
He
sudden."
might be back.
You know? Like, oh wait, nice. But I think this is the guy that's. I mean, I don't want to say this guy's gonna take him to get him a trophy, get him a win, but out of everyone they could have got, out of all the names that were spread out in there, like you get Tuchel, that's pretty good. Like that's a good manager to have who actually loves being in England, who loves the Premier League, who just loves the culture. You got a good guy as a coach.
do we know this, or is it just because he said so?
He said it. No, he said it himself. Yeah, he
Yeah,
said
but
it.
I mean, what's he gonna
Yeah.
say?
No, he said
I
it
love
before.
his-
He said it even when he was at
Yeah.
Chelsea. Yeah. Even
I-
when he was at Dortmund and Bayern.
I
Even
think
when
he-
was
I
at
think he
Bayern,
does.
He was saying
When he was
that
at
stuff.
Bayern, he
He
was saying
does
he
like-
was, but
he
I think
does
he
like
was
London
he
a
was
lot.
basically shitting on the German media. I think that's why. It's like, man, you guys don't appreciate me. They love me in England. Like, yeah. I do think it's a great point. They're never far away from xenophobia. Like
Oh my God,
the
it's
English
so, they're
media,
so ready.
they're always so. Because if it's Guardiola, by the way, they would be
Yeah,
so happy.
they'd be
moon,
falling
through the
over
moon,
themselves.
It's like you can only get the very best of the best if you're getting foreign. Tuchel's amazing. He's way better than all of the British coaches. Like there's a whole discussion to have about coaching in England specifically. and how they don't make it possible to succeed as an English coach.
It's just not accessible.
Yeah.
So you have to be. You don't get the best candidates in England because it's not accessible for everyone. They protect a certain bracket. Drawing from such a small pool.
Yeah. They protect a certain bracket of the population, which is basically ex-players. Anyone else, like if in Canada, like if you're looking at getting like a UEFA license, you look at Scotland before you look at England, just because of the affordability. Like the difference in cost is insane. But anyway, I kind of for England, it feels like it might be a little bit too late. We'll see, but. Yeah, I can imagine Tuchel at previous England camps. They would have won something, for sure. Now they have a lot of stiff competition to succeed at the next World Cup and then the next Euros. And Harry Kane's getting older, but we'll see. It's a great appointment. So it'll be interesting.
I agree. Staying in Europe. In general, Tommy, I believe you had a story out of Greece for us involving Kostas Manolis.
Yeah. So you guys remember Kostas Manolis, Roma? I think he was at Napoli. He retired. From professional football and decided to play some Greece amateur football. You know, like some GKSSA sort of stuff. You know what I mean?
Sounds like a bad idea.
And instead of being a center back, I guess he is a striker because he scored like 10 goals in the first 30 minutes and then subs out. And that's it. His team wins like 12-1.
You know what? That is not surprising.
This is every defender's dream.
Yeah.
It just goes to show you.
They were all headers. It's just because he was,
I haven't seen the goals,
a great header of the ball.
I can't deny it. It just goes to show you the golfing class from like you have a guy who's a center back in professional level. It's just having fun. You know, up top again in this amateur league. Yeah, I thought it was a great little story about him. He's not actually that old, so I'm surprised he's already retired.
The most surprising thing about this to me is that he's retired. I had no idea. Yeah. Was he the one that scored the winner for Roma against Barcelona?
That near post header. He's the one.
Yeah,
that's it. Yeah.
Has he retired? I'm seeing something here. That's Panathinaikos. Maybe this is the club you're referring to, Tommy?
That is the club.
So they're on Wiki. Maybe he's the reason they're on Wiki. But,
possibly.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
It's always fun when
local,
they find new leases.
Local champions of Greece. That's the name of the league. Local football champions of Greece.
Gotcha.
So
nice.
it is. It's probably amateur.
Yeah.
That's great. Hey, Tommy, sign him up. If you sign him for Boca Nunes, I am returning.
Just you guys are back getting together now.
I will make the drive. I will make the drive just to
We got some. We got a Greek population here in Kingston, so he may feel at home. Yeah, possibly. Yeah. Okay.
A couple of really nice restaurants have closed in Kingston, unfortunately. But maybe he'd be the reason they reopen. You never know. Yeah.
Imagine you're on the other team and you see and you're Greek, so you're like, oh, watch Kostas Manolis play for like the national team, Greek hero, and you rock up to your Sunday league game and he's standing on the other side. And you're like, this is gonna go badly.
I'd set it forward.
Yeah, you're already nervous. That's for sure. Yeah.
Someone who is not having as good of a week as Kostas Manolis is Nani, the former Man United, Sporting and Portugal winger. A fan came up to Nani and asked him to sign a Portugal shirt. Now, it is very important to note that this Portugal shirt it looked like a match-worn one, or had basically the little like imprint and stuff from the Euro semi-final. The one where I forget who they beat the year that they won in the semi-final. But Nani scored in that game. What also happened is that apparently Nani's match-worn shirt that he kept as a memento had been stolen from him at some point. So when this fan asked him to sign this shirt and he saw that it was a Nani shirt with the Euro semi-finals or like writing on it, Nani decided, I'm fucking having that, and he has stolen the shirt. What Nani says is he he is basically going to see if the shirt he's going to try to verify the shirt, and if it's not, he's going to give it back to the fan and sign it. But I am pretty sure he has not taken any contact information for this fan. So he has just nicked the shirt and run off. It's a very funny story.
Yeah, that's pretty
funny. Sounds very Nani. Very Nani. It's a nutcase.
You know what? They always called him unpredictable, but this might be going a bit far even for him.
Yeah. Well, wait, where is he playing nowadays, Nani? He's still playing, right?
I think he is back in Portugal now.
He's in Portugal, okay.
Because he was playing in the MLS for a bit.
He was in the MLS,
I think he might have been in Australia for a bit. He was like popping around. He tore his ACL a while back.
Okay.
So that was basically the end of his career.
Another one of those guys that kind of just popped around the random leagues,
Estrela de Amadora. That's where he's playing in the Premier Liga. So, yeah. He's still playing at a pretty decent level.
He's at a high level.
Wow,
yeah.
That is surprisingly high level for him to be stealing the shirt from a fan.
Yeah.
This is the kind of shit you can get away with when you're retired, not when you're still playing Primera Liga.
Yeah. By the way, on Manolas, apparently he returned to his boyhood club. That was his boyhood club. That was his first club.
Oh, that's kind of
so,
nice.
Yeah, it's pretty sick, actually.
Nice. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. I don't know if you guys, the MLS season ended this past. I don't know if it ended or the
regular season ended.
The regular season ended.
Is it Messi?
Yeah, Messi had a hat trick in the World Cup qualifier. He got another hat trick after coming off the bench in this game. Also got a couple assists as well. And they
I watched one of the goals from that one. And
I was going to say,
a blonde guy assisting him. This guy looked really good. It was fucking Luis Suarez. This guy just looked blonde.
Yeah.
The goals in the first half of that game, it's just it doesn't look good, man. Like the one where the keeper has to save it and then the defender can't clear it off the line. I'm just like, what is going on? But yeah,
definitely questionable. But coming from that, they set the points record for most points in a MLS season. Messi ended up finishing with 20 goals after, even though he missed a bunch of games. The top scorer in MLS this season, can anyone guess?
I know the answer to this.
Okay, Tony, can you guess? Tony, can you guess the top goal scorer for MLS this season? Former European player in Europe. Or Premier League, actually, I should say. Former Premier League player.
It was not Giroud. Giroud joined
Giroud, okay. I don't know.
But hey, always happy for Big Sexy to get a mention.
That's true.
Because obviously it won't be Suarez.
No.
Who's in the MLS? I don't know, man.
Okay.
If it helps, he plays for DC United.
It doesn't help.
It doesn't help.
It doesn't help. Since Toronto FC became shit again, I've just lost interest, man.
Christian Benteke, 23 goals, something like that.
You know what? It makes
Finished
sense.
top.
It makes sense. Who's going to mark Benteke? Let's be honest. Who's going to mark Benteke? He just needs to stand
they
there.
couldn't mark Josie Altidore in the MLS.
Yeah.
How are they going to mark Benteke?
Yeah.
Altidore is maybe the worst striker I've ever seen.
He's up there. He is definitely up there, yeah. But yeah, Benteke, MLS Golden Boot for him. Good. Hats off to him. He's found his spot, He's found his league. Yeah, that's good.
Despite that Golden Boot, DC United did not make playoffs.
Oh.
I will not. I until there's consequence for bad performance. There needs to be relegation. There just needs to be, so that the league before the league can get better. I think that's
they have a second division. I think it's called the USL.
Yeah, but you can't get relegated to it. That's the problem.
I know, but they actually have a league there that they actually do the system. It could work. Yeah.
TFC would be down there so fast.
Oh yeah,
so bad. Anything else? Oh, there is a Premier League game today. Does anyone fancy a quick gander at what the result of Forest versus Crystal
Palace?
I believe
Who's at home?
It is being played at Forest.
Forest have been decent this season.
Solid defensively.
Yeah. Palace have been poor. You know what? I'm going 2-0 to Forest on this one. Yeah.
I think Palace will score. Two. My heart is saying 1-1. I feel like I say 1-1 a lot, but that's.
I feel like that is your go-to whenever it's not a big team in the game. You're like, 1-1.
Not if Southampton. You did predict Southampton get smashed. So don't forget that. Yeah.
Well, was there a big team? Yeah. I think I'm gonna stick with 1-1. Just makes sense. Yeah. Because I've watched Crystal Palace. I think they've been better than their performances, than their results. Sorry, but we'll see.
I mean, I think I'll probably go 2-1 Forest, but yeah, a very uninspired.
That's what my head is saying. 2-1. My heart is saying 1-1. I'm gonna stick with my heart on this one. Yeah, 1-1.
All right. For more, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at 442. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. Thank you for joining me, Tommy.
Cheers, guys. Pleasure.
And thank you for joining me, Tony.
Good stuff, boys. Enjoyed the chat as always.
Keep your shirts safe from Nani. We have no idea where he is. And thank you for listening. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.